Hello and welcome to the Fox Accord. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 fall fragrances that I enjoy that maybe I could turn you on to if you haven't tried them already. You know what? I'm going to skip all the jibber jabber and I think we should just get right into it here. So, number one that I figured I'd talk about is, most people know it, is Wanted by Night by Azzaro. Now, this fragrance, many reviewers have talked about it, and it's popular for a reason, because this spicy woody oriental smells delicious. I mean, it's sweet, it's seductive, it's labeled as a masculine fragrance, even though I know women that wear it, and they wear it well. It's just this vanilla, tobacco, leather, patchouli. I think in the opening there's some mandarin and lemon, lavender, that's incense, there's red cedar in this puppy. You just can't go wrong with it. It's sexy, it's seductive, like I said. It's not offensive. It's geared towards the night, going to dinner, going out clubbing, going to a bar. I even wear this thing during the day. It is just so good. You can't go wrong. And I think on discounters, you could get it for about $35 to $45 for a 50 ml. It's an eau de parfum concentration. You can't go wrong with this. My wife loves it. Anybody that has smelt it on my skin absolutely loves it. It's about a 8-9 hour fragrance on me. Some people claim it goes longer. On clothes, this thing you could smell to the next day. So number one on my list, Azzaro Wanted by Night. Number two on my list is actually a fragrance that's not that easy to obtain in the US. So it took me a couple of months of searching for it, and it's actually from a perfume company that I didn't think I was going to like. So let me show it to you. Joop, Absolute, however you want to say that. Now, the original Joop, however you want to say it, lots of people love it. It's an OG fragrance. I have some memories of people I know that wore it, so it's just one of those personal things for me. But people love the original as well. I've smelt a bunch of the flankers, never really was impressed to buy one. I got a whiff of this on somebody recently, and I had to have it. This thing is, I think it came out in 2019. It's labeled as a masculine fragrance. Definitely could be unisex. It's an oriental style fougere. God, this is one of my favorite discoveries in recent times. It's got Lang Lang in it, which is usually a female style note that goes in fragrances, but it's in a lot of male fragrances lately. It's this, let me smell. It's got a nice atomizer. It's got a sweet, spiced tonka beans in it. There's black pepper. It's got some frankincense in this. It's just one of those fragrances. It's sweet, it's warm, it's cuddly, super seductive. Oh my God. My wife doesn't like half of my collection, and I put a couple of sprays on my neck, and I walked past her, and she was like, "What the hell is that?" And I turned around, I'm like, "You don't like it?" She's like, "I fucking love it. Excuse my French." But it's that good. Definitely dries down to a slight DNA of the original Joop, which it's not too potent, it's not too in your face. Now, the only thing with this puppy is I had to go on eBay, and be careful when you're on eBay. A lot of scammers out there, but I was talking to a seller for a while. We built trust. He sells a lot. He's in Russia, so I waited about a month and a half for this. Joop, Homme, Absolute. If you could get your hands on it, blind buy worthy. I think it was $40, 20 in shipping, but well worth it. And I hope it comes to the States soon and it's easier to get, because that's a banger. Let's go on to number 3. Now, this one doesn't get too much hype. It's been out for quite a while, and It's by another fragrance company that I didn't think a lot of their fragrances were very that good. You know, they just never did anything for me until I purchased this. And it was about, I'd say, $30 on an online discounter. And that scent is by Lalique, and it's Insoumis. Bottle looks like that. The sides, it's kind of a dope bottle. Now this to me is a classic scent that's been, you know, that's mass appealing. It's not a projection beast. I get, God, let me give it a couple sprays out there. Boom. Decent atomizer. Now this, like, getting basil. It's this fresh, green, woody, aromatic. Oh, basil. I think there's some slight rum in here. Clary sage, and I've been on a clary sage kick. It's just so refreshing. You know, it's some vetiver in here. It's just a beautiful fragrance. It's not gonna blow people away. You're definitely gonna get some compliments. It sits quite close to the skin. It's a great office scent, great everyday scent, a great, you know, signature scent if you want. Not many things smell like it. Just a great buy. It's a hidden gem in my opinion. It should be talked about more. Got a little bit of love when it first came out. But this, from Lalique, if I could get a good shot on this puppy, damn lights. Lalique's Insoumis is a delicious fragrance. Now, going on to number 4. This is a cheapie. Now, I'm putting this in because I like to have a well-rounded little situation. Now, most of these are 40, 45. I gave you a 35. The next one is under 20 bucks. And it's called Insurrection 2 Wild. Kind of a cool bottle. I think it's by the company Rian. Now I bought this, I think, with a discount on a Fragrance Net or one of them for maybe 18 bucks. Now, for a high school student or anyone that's trying to get into the sweet vanilla tobacco, warm, spicy, like type of fragrance, but you don't want to go out and shell out a ton of money, this actually gets compared to Mugler's Pure Havane. And I've actually seen it in some reviews that people are comparing it to Naxos, which they're bonkers. I mean, I get in the opening it's in that realm, but you're comparing Insurrection 2 to Zerjoff. Just my opinion. But if you want to get in that realm of that type of scent, that's sweet, tobacco, vanilla, that's warm and spicy, for 20 bucks, for high school, for anybody that's on a budget, and you love Pure Havane and you can't get it, I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but it's definitely for 20 bucks. I mean, this thing lasts 6 to 10 hours on my skin. It projects pretty well. I mean, you can't go wrong for an under $20 buy with Insurrection 2 Wild by Reyane. Check this puppy out. Trust me. I've got about 200 colognes to the left of me, plus a bunch of decants up there. And I rock a $20 fragrance pretty quite often. Especially when I don't want to run out of my expensive bottles, because, you know, took some hard work to get some of these puppies that's on this shelf, if you know what I mean. And now going to last but not least, this is the most expensive in the 5 that I've just talked about. It's a newer release from Tommy Hilfiger, and it's Tommy Hilfiger Impact Intense. Now, I've seen a couple of reviews out there. It's not getting the love I thought it would. Look, it's definitely not a game-changing fragrance, and I'm sure if most of you await, I paid full retail price for it. I think it was around 80 to 100 bucks. And I'm sure a few months from now, it'll be $60 on a discounter. But I was very surprised by Decent Atomizer, by this fragrance. In my honest opinion, there hasn't been a fragrance from Tommy since the original Tommy that I still love to this day. It's very nostalgic to me. I do wear it once in a while. It's just fresh, it's nice, it's beautiful. It's just a groundbreaking scent, and it'll always be dear to my heart. But lots of the flankers, I just don't have much to say about them. There are people out there that like them, and there's a fly in my very first video coming by and ruining some shit, smelling all those sweet scents, you know. But this one is woody, it's warm, spicy, aromatic. It's got this, if you get the big bottle, this cool little like travel decant. It's kind of cool, you know. It is what it is. But the scent, it's got this amber, it's got some chestnut in it, cedar. It's, you know, I've read a couple of reviews like on websites and stuff that people say there's hints of Parfum de Malher's Leighton in this. There's Stronger With You Intensely. And you know, I do smell that slightly. It's in that realm. I don't like to really compare fragrances. I feel like it's, you know, unless they're straight up clones and that's what they're doing. It's definitely an inspired by and in that world. It's definitely warm and cozy. It projects pretty well. I get like 9 to 10 hours on my skin. It becomes like a skin, more of like closer to your skin for me after about 5 hours. It's not a total beast, but if you overspray, you'll definitely get some longevity out of it. But if this puppy goes on sale, I would grab it. Definitely should be talked about more. In my opinion, like I said, it's the best Tommy fragrance to come out since the original. But that's my opinion. All of these are my opinion. Good. Now, I do like to do, and I think I'm going to keep this as a tradition, is an honorary mention, another cheapie. It's been a ton of reviewers' videos, but the honorary mention for the Fall 5, lucky number 6, honorary mention, CK1 Shock. This is a sweet tobacco scent, red tobacco. This is the only CK scent I will own, CK1 scent. Most of them are freshy, summer fragrances, things like that. This is gearing towards, you know, fall, winter scent. It's gotten me compliments if that's your thing. It just smells good. And for like $20, $25, you can get like a 200 mil. I think this is 100 mil. I think I got this for like $15 at a rack store. I think it was Ross or TJ Maxx. I blind bought this. It's awesome. I mean, if you're trying to step into the tobacco world, CK Shock, all the best reviewers out there talk about it because it's a killer scent. You definitely will get a bang for your $20. All right, I think I've taken up enough of everybody's time. I appreciate you stopping by the Fox Accord. If you enjoyed the content, please hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that bell right there so you know when I'm posting some new content. I will be doing a part 2 of fall fragrances. So come hang out and let's find your sense of style. Maybe something I have will inspire you to get, and maybe something you guys know about will inspire me to get if I don't have it. So please comment below as well. And one more thing before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to A Gentleman's Journey. We've had some comments back and forth. He's dropped some really great wisdom for me to step forward in what I'm doing here today. And also Barry from Centralize, who I spoke to a few times over comments. And he was very, very much a person that said some wise things as well to get me going. Both of them are reviewers. Check out Gentleman's Journey and check out Centralize. His name's Barry. They both have some killer reviews. All right, guys. Peace, love. Come back to the Fox Accord. Peace.